Hey, what's up everybody? We are back today with the next part of our Gears in the Deep Roads collection series. This time we're looking for the 22 that are located in the ruins of Thaig Heidrun. Now, in order to start off, you're going to want to be near the waypoint that you established right here. Here is the lift down from your first Inquisition camp. Here is the waypoint for the ruins of Thaig Heidrun. And here is the little map marker that you dropped here that gave you the ability to go to your Inquisition table and make these bridges. Make sure you have done that before you start this because you're going to need to use them for one of these. So to find our first one, we're going to want to head over here. And you want to have that waypoint because it's just good given what you have to do in order to find these. So we're walking around the side here. And you can see the path we've taken. Right? Nothing too complicated yet. Once you get over here, however, yeah, we're really going to do that. The first one is located down a bit. And there's no real easy way to get down there, so you kind of just have to drop. And using your mage to drop is preferable if your mage has barrier because you can kind of just use it as a... Well, frankly, you can just use it as an ability to not take damage when you drop. We're going to drop down here. From here, we're going to jump over here. Are you following with me so far? The map kind of changed because we changed levels as we dropped down in here. You can kind of see where we came from. There's where the lift is. And then there's the first platform we were standing on. We dropped down to this one. And then from that one, we just kind of hopped over here. Alright, so once you get over here, you want to run to the end. Over to this side. Shield up again. And then drop down again. And then from here, you're going to drop down here. And you're going to drop down here, and then it's alright if you have to wait for your shield. It's better to shield up than to take too much damage, in my opinion. So we're going to drop down a few more times, right? Still following along here. So here's the path we're still on. Technically we haven't moved too much. There's the original lift. We kind of made our way down onto that platform and then jump down to get to here. Gonna jump one more time over and then one more time over here, and you're gonna find your gear right here. So that's the first one of the collection. My recommendation is from this point, just go to your quest map, go up one level, and go back to this waypoint, because you're going to need to be here in order to get number 2, so we'll be back with number 2 in just a moment. Alright, so for number 2, we're going to need to have dropped this little map marker here, your banner, gone back to your war table, not your war table, your expedition table at the first expedition camp, and done the expedition operation that's associated with building these bridges for Thaig Heidrun, right? So once you get that done, these little wooden bridges will show up, and what you want to do is head down here, hang a left, and if you haven't already guessed it, yeah, just like number 1, this one's going to require some more dropping and taking damage. So, your first obstacle here is going to be dropping down right here. Once again, I'm going to shield up. We're going to drop. Going to drop. I'm going to jump on this bridge. And no, we go back this way. Sorry. This is confusing. From here, you're actually going to, well, you could do it either way. You're pretty much going to drop down on that ledge that runs underneath the bridge, so technically you can fall over on this side if you really want to. You just have to make sure you hit it when you fall. So from this, we're just going to drop right down here. So you can see if we drop down on the other side, we'd have just been on that over there, so we could have just run over. But either way, where are we on the map? So we were kind of here. We took our bridge across, which isn't represented on the map, and then at that ladder, we just kind of dropped down. And now we're where we are right now. So I don't know if I can get you a view of the ladder from here. You know, there's the platform. The ladder is literally just to the left of that we dropped down on from. So once you're here, you're gonna come over here, drop down, and then you're gonna make a jump to get over here. You're gonna make another jump to get over here. If you've taken any damage, there's a supply cache here. If you want to grab some of that, you'll be good. Alright, now it's another drop here, so we're going to shield up, drop down, pop over here, up over here, and then we're going to drop down one more time here. You shouldn't take any fall damage here. Go ahead and loot this. See if there's anything good in there. There is not. Alright, now from here we're going to pop up here onto this little bridge here. We're going to hang a left, and our gear is going to be right here. Now, once again, if you are comfortable with jumps, you can actually make it down to the second level from here and start gathering your next collection of discs or gears. If not, just go ahead and take your map back to the back to level 2, and it'll put you right here, and the lift to go down is right here. So I will meet you down there, and we'll be back with number 3 in just a moment. Alright, so we're back with number 3. Here is the lift that you would have taken down. I honestly just jumped down from that last one. Once you get down to the bottom, head around to the right here, up on these ledges, and towards the back here, you're going to find number 3. Go ahead and grab that. Now, since it's so close, we're actually going to grab 4 as well. Head back towards the lift. And instead of hanging a right, we will have hung a left. And if we hop up on this platform in the back, we will find number 4. So there's number 4. And if we head onto this bridge here, this will be number 5. Alright, and then from here, we can cross the bridge, head over in this direction. Now you are going to go in there at some point, but just not right now. We're going to drop down again.
This matches what's on the Grey Warden's map. Time to look around.
That gives us number 6. And hop up here, up here, up here. One more. And that gets us all the way to the top. This gets us number 7. If you are hunting around with Elsa's map, this is the map location for that. Go ahead and loot that up. You always get the Valos, but you don't always get that Belt of Sunder. It's usually just a random accessory. Once you've found everything, there's a ladder over here. We're going to take the ladder up. And it kind of puts us right back on the other side where we were before. So you can drop back down, and we will be back with number 8 in just a moment. Alright, now we're back hunting for number 8. We're just outside that room where we ended number 7. We're going to walk inside, hang a left. Pick up number 8. And then we're going to walk down here. Hang a right, open this door here.
Do something.
Throw the switch.
A lost caravan.
And in here we will find
It may have
number
been down here
9.
for centuries. I wonder
Make
if
sure you
anything's
do any
left.
requisite looting in here in case there's something good.
These goods are
Garbage.
amazingly well preserved.
Bleh. Alright, once you have that, you're going to head back out here. And number 10 is going to be up on this block. Number 10. Head in here. There's going to be some stuff to fight if I remember correctly. Number 11 is going to be right here on the left. Maybe some lurkers in here, some spiders. You know you love some spiders.
I've heard encouraging things about your progress
Alright,
topside.
so from here you can
bringing
go
order to the
left or
chaos.
you can go right. Here's where we are on the map. Go right.
That's
You're
what
going
they
to
tell
fight
me.
a
We could
dark
use that
spawn,
down
but
here.
there's a bunch of them back in here. And I know there's not supposed to be fighting in the collection videos, but I'm kind of doing this as I go this time through.
Something over there.
So there's 12, there's 13, there's 14, and there's 15. We'll be back with 16 in just a moment. Alright, so for 16, just for the sake of simplicity, you were just down in here and I said, or you were just down in here and I said, you know, you can go left, you can go right, and you'll pick up a bunch of them, which you did. And once you're done, don't go down through this direction. Come back to this main room where I am right now and open this door. Otherwise, you wind up on the other side of the door, and it technically can't be unlocked from that side. And there's this whole Sacrificial Gates of, you know, Sigmund Freud or whatever that you need in order to kind of move these quests along. So just save yourself the trouble. Come back to the main room in order to get to 16. Alright, so the doors are going to open. Once you get in here, go ahead and loot this stuff up. Pull the pin, and then now you're kind of where you would have wound up had you come from the other direction. So here's where we got all 4 of them, and if you had, instead of going right, if you had gone left, it would have dumped you into this little cavern here. So in order to find 16, you need to hop up on these rocks. And once you get up here, you're going to kind of make your way to the top. And then you're going to kind of circle around here to the left. And it's back here in the corner with the chest. So, okay, grab your gear. You've got 16. Open the chest. Looted. Nothing special there. And we'll be back with 17 in just a moment. Alright, 17. Now, where we are right now is the room we were in when we picked up 16. And we walked up along this ledge and got up there and got 16. So now we got our ass back down here. And we're going to head down this ramp. We're going to walk all the way down the ramp. And when you get down to the bottom, you can hang a left. And you're going to come upon this broken bridge. Well, broken-esque. It's not completely broken that you can't walk across it. So we jump up here. Here's the broken bridge. Here's where we are on the map. Right, so from right here, you just kind of come down, walk to the bridge, jump across. When you get to the center here, don't forget to drop this flag here because you're going to need it to get your next piece. It's an operation that you have to do at the Inquisition expedition table that is at the first Inquisition camp. So once you get the piece I'm about to show you, you're going to want to port back to the camp because they're going to build a bridge for you here that's going to get you up on this statue, and you're going to find a piece up there. So we're going to head over here. And here's a piece. That gets us 17. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go up here. We're going to loot this. We're going to grab a mug. If you haven't been tracking the mugs, there's a video for that on the channel. Right, but you're going to hop up, up, up. And then right here is 18. Alright, now that you have 18, easy peasy, just run around the corner here, and it will drop your little ass right back down on the bridge. Now, in order to get 19, you're going to have to get over the statue. In order to get over the statue, you got to go back to camp and do this operation. So we're going to go back to camp, do the operation at the expedition table, and then I'll meet you back here in just a moment. Alright, so now we're after 19. We're right back where we left off, except now we have a bridge because we went and did that operation. So, I'm going to hop up on the bridge. I'm going to climb up this ladder. Hate to see you leave, but I would love to watch you go. Anyways, so we're gonna head up this next ladder. And then because we can't jump that high, we're going to have to go up one more ladder and then take a little bit of a drop. We're going to try to get to this level where you can see the rock face right there. So once again, just to avoid any fall damage, I'm going to shield myself, drop down here, and then I'm going to run around on this side, and this will give us 19. So now that you have 19, we'll be back with 20 in just a moment. Alright, so let's track down 20. Over my shoulders, you can see the wooden structure that we just came from. That's where we found 19. This is the bridge that led over there. Right? So come back across the bridge, and you're at this room here. Go in the room and kill off the darkspawn if you want to. You don't have to. You can skip them easily. But if you're just looking to get some extra experience, go ahead and kill them off anyways. But after that, come back out here. You don't need to go any further in there. There is nothing to find that direction that you can't get to the way I'm about to take you. So ignore it or whatever, but if you want to find number 20, follow me. So we're going to head over here and jump up on these rocks. Avoid picking the iron. We're going to drop down a little bit more, hit the old earthquake button here.
Careful!
That was a big
And we're
one.
going to find 20 right
we need
here.
to go deeper.
Only way
Alright,
down
once
from
you
here is
find 20,
falling.
what you need to do,
Not keen on that.
come over here,
I'd also
and you're
like
going
to
to kind of
avoid
jump
falling in
up
order to count
this
votes.
ledge.
There has to be another way.
No, there is absolutely nothing up here. However, it does get you over to this side. And you can walk around the bottom, but a lot of people like to go up there and look around because they don't believe me when I tell them there's nothing up there. So you can pull the lever without installing the ancient gears, and it will do nothing. I just wanted to show you that. That was obviously on purpose. I'm not so stupid to just pull the lever without putting the goddamn gears in. I mean, who do you think I am? So we're going to open this up and be amazed to find absolutely jack shit in here. We're going to reclaim some artifacts for Orzammar. Get some trash to sell. No big deal. There's no chests in there. But what we are going to do is we're going to come over here. And we're going to drop down. Right? Here's where we are on the map. Here's that big room that I said don't go past into, because you can see we're about to drop down into the room that it would have led us to, and we would not have been able to get the other piece going this direction. You'd have had to backtrack up and come around. So that's why I told you to go this direction and not that one. So we're going to fall over here, drop down, take some damage, drop down again, and here is... oh, Christ. That is a scorched gear. So that was 20, and from now on, the next couple gears you collect, sorry, I can't speak, are going to be scorched ancient gears, which are not runes of Heidrun Thaig gears. So you'll notice that when I pick one up, it does not increment the counter. So just be aware of that. The next couple ones you pick up are going to be like that, but we'll be back with 21 in just a second. Alright, now to find 21. So where the hell are we? Once you get into the final battle area and you have to kill off the emissary, my suggestion is go in here, deal with, you've got a mission that's a little update to your quest. Everything's all fiery, and it finally gets to the point it tells you to kill 2 ogres. You head into this room, you kill off the ogres. The emissary boss pops up. You kill off the emissary. Go establish your Legion of the Dead camp. And then once you've done that, come back out of that room and go get 20. It's just easier that way. That way there's not a bunch of other random shit going on at the time you're trying to find this one. So here's where we are, standing outside that room. You're going to head down this walkway. It's a bit of a hike. And you're going towards that torch you see in the distance. Alright, and when you get in here, you're going to have to deal with a spider that's hanging out back here. Make sure you're ready for that. Alright. So grab the last part of Clog's journal,
that's how the
and
Lyrian
here
experiments
is 21. We will be back with 22 in just a moment. Alright, let's track down the 22nd and final piece of this collection. Now, in order to get here, you're going to need to come to this spot I have myself at on the map. So, right here. Okay? Here is the second Inquisition camp that you just established. Here is where 21 was. Alright? You're going to walk back across the bridges into the fiery area. And as you get over to this corner, you're going to find one of these little map markers or banners that you can drop for an Inquisition operation. You're going to need to drop it, go back to the Inquisition, or sorry, one of the Expedition war table that you have up back at your Inquisition camp, or your Legion of the Dead camp, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be called the Lower Bridge Operation for Heidrun Thaig. Do that operation, and then port back to your spot for your camp, and come out here, and you'll have this nice platform set forth before you with these ladders that will take you down to this lower level. Gonna slide down the ladders, and we're gonna head over towards that door, and over there we will find our final and 22nd piece of our collection. So we're gonna come up here, hop up on this, and there is number 22. If it actually registers, which it doesn't seem to want to. You can see that it is 22 there. It's just not updating on the screen. So now 22 of 22, Ruins of Heidrun Thaig is complete. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care.